Video one of our training vlog. We are going for a changing program. We're going to a weightlifting specific program for competition in July. This will be the first time that I've done weightlifting on its own. It's always been within like another training program, training CrossFit, do weightlifting inside that. So it's never been a soloistic approach to this to weightlifting. So it's going to be interesting, and I thought I would document my journey throughout. One, I want to make more content, more long form content, and the best way of doing that is doing something that I already know that I can do, which is training, and something that I already do. And then basically just talking shit throughout the vlog as well, and hopefully giving you guys some tips, technique work, some ideas about training, and some help towards training, and allowing you to progress in your training as well as you watch me and follow me throughout the program. So we have got 4 days a week of the training program. We have got a snatch day, a jerk day, a clean day, and a total day. Quite a lot of volume going in this first phase of it. It's more of an accumulation phase throughout that, so quite a lot of working sets. We're focusing on positions and working technical aspects before we then finish with the actual full lift. And what you'll see today, we're doing snatch, grip, deadlifts to begin with as a ramp. Not only is the ramping bit going to help us get stronger, but it's also a neurological primer for lifting heavier later on in the workout. We're going to do some snatch, grip, high pulls. We're working on the extension and that strength through the middle phase. We're going to work some explosiveness and reactive speed from the box. We're going to do power snatch, working on that turnover speed. Then we're going to finish with full snatch lifts. And as we go through, I'll be recording obviously the lifts, and then I'll be talking through in between those rest periods as well. And yeah, hopefully I will learn something. Hopefully you will learn something throughout these vlogs. And yeah, let's do it. All right, so apparently we had a microphone issue. Hopefully now it is fixed and sorted, and we're going to go into training. So as I was saying, 5 RM snatch, grip, deadlift, starting off light, ramping up. I do very much enjoy lifting. I don't enjoy snatch as much as I probably should, but that's just from prior injuries and issues, shoulders mainly. So hopefully this time, with everything that I've done previously in the last 9 to 12 months working on my mobility, overhead strength, and fixing my own injuries, we can hopefully see some improvements and benefits with the snatch. Deputy mad at my brown problems in the paper. Do my put my problems paper? Dial up the deputy mad at my brown problems in the paper. Do my put my problems paper? Dial up the deputy mad at my brown problems in the paper. Do my put my problems paper? Dial up the deputy mad at my brown problems in the paper. Do my put my problems paper? Dial up the deputy mad at my brown problems in the paper. Do my put my problems. You know, this is going to be. Usually CrossFitters will have a faster pace within their lifting, which is great. It's also very sport specific. They tend to be too fast all the way through all of their training. So there should be a point within their training where they are taking more time to maximize their strength, maximize their ability in between, especially when doing a strength or a technical phase. And then, as it gets into more sport specific stuff, you can start reducing the rest periods and so on and so forth. There's no need to do it all the time, especially if you are very competitive and you've got your seasons within the sport of CrossFit. So we're going to take about 90 seconds to 2 minutes in between these sets and go from there. Problems in the paper, do my put my problems paper? Dial up the deputy mad at my brown. So 115 for 5, lifetime PB snatch is 100, so 15 kilos above that, pretty good for 5 reps. And right now, my current snatch is between 85 and 90 kilos. So, because of the training that we've been doing, the non-specificity of the snatch and the lifting. So, pretty happy. We're going to move on to hang snatch high pulls. And we're back in. So high pulls, 2-second pause at the knee, working on those positions. We are going for an RPE of 8, so still relatively heavy, but not maximal. 3 sets of 3 to 5 reps. So again, we have different modalities of adjusting and auto-regulating. If it feels good, we're going to do more reps at an RPE of 8. Doesn't feel so good, we still get that RPE of 8, but the reps are going to be down.
And that's how we're going to auto-regulate and modulate the training moving forward within this phase. One of the things from this position, we're going to pause at the knee. One, we're working on the position of that hang, which is very important because it's kind of a transitional piece. You need to get to that position from the floor to be able to maximize the extension throughout. So if your hang position from the top down looks different from your hang position from the bottom up, then you need to work on getting into the same position from both angles. Eccentric or isometric hang variations can help, but also like concentric pauses on the way up as well. So when you pull from the floor, you're going to stop and make sure you're in that position before finishing the extension and finish that lift. It's another great way of making sure that you have repeatable positions and you're maximizing your output for each one. Also from this position, what people will tend to do is they'll try to use the shoulders and the arms more than the legs, or they'll use the shoulders and the arms before the legs. Now the key is to not like swing the shoulders back to get extension, is to drive through the floor, like push as hard as you can. That's going to help you extend and stay straighter, keep the bar path in a straighter line as well, and allow for a better turnover. After these couple of sets, what I'll do is I'll reduce the bar and then go through some technical aspects of what we're looking for as well before I go into the power snatch, okay? Alrighty, so what we're going to do, just going to go a little bit lighter now and just work through some technical aspects. When you're doing the hang snatch or high pulls or whatever variations, like all of this, what I'm going to talk through now, it's for everything, okay? So the main aspect, we've got to make sure that we're loading up properly to the knee. And then as we're coming back through, we're driving through the legs into the hip, okay? This power position, just before extension, here, yeah? If we do this, okay, now my bar is out of position. If I do this, my hips and my knees are out of position and I'm too far back and I'm gonna jump backwards, or I'm gonna push the bar away from me, okay? So from here, you're pushing up, straight line, okay? You'll see how the bar also, I'm using my lats, not my arms, okay, not my biceps, to sweep the bar back into the hip along the thighs, yeah? If I start to bend my arms, see how now the position changes too much. And again, that's gonna change the trajectory of the bar and not allow me to turn over properly. All right, so first two elements done. Snatch, grip, deadlift, hang snatch, high pulls. We're now going to go into power snatch from blocks. A couple of warm-up sets, and then 3 sets, 2 to 3 reps. Again, RPE of 8 So I'm not really going to focus on the weight as I am going to focus on the technical aspect of it and making sure we're getting good quality volume and accumulating those optimally effective reps rather than just doing junk volume, junk reps, which isn't going to add to anything. All right, so we're back in power snatch from blocks. 70 is feeling good. As an RPE of 8, I think 70 is good for 3 reps. So we're going to do 3 sets of 3 at 70, because then we're going to try to go a little bit heavier for the full snatch, which is our final exercise. So this is we're still working on technique, working on those that speed and aggression and the turnover, especially from this higher position. We're limiting the amount of room that we have to accelerate the bar. So we really got to think about that speed in the transition and that turnover. You'll also notice through here that I'm maximizing my pull, like I'm getting enough extension and I'm pulling higher, but I'm also trying to catch as deep as I can. So I'm not kind of getting into a bad habit of pulling high. I'm getting into a good habit of trying to catch my powers as deep as possible, not changing the movement too much. Because the only way to miss a power variation is to do a full variation. Really, shouldn't be missing because it's too heavy in a power variation, So I'm going to try to maximize the tension and the force and the catch and the speed and the position and the turnover, all of those things, by getting the bar as high as possible in the extension, the drive, turning over and catching as deep as possible whilst remaining above parallel.
Understand how I play. I am on my way to win you over and over, yeah. You can hear my voice in your head, and you wanna hear it again. So I do what I want when I want. They are jealous of me. I do what I want when I want. They are jealous of me. I do what I want when I want. They are jealous of me. They are jealous of me. I do what I want when I want. They are jealous of me. I do what I want when I want. They are jealous of me. I do what I want when I want. They are jealous of me.
All right, so we've changed position. We're now on the platform. Going to do our full snatch. And so we drop the bar back down. We're going to do, because we're changing the movement, back down and practice some movements at a lighter loading, instead of just jumping into it. So.
Put the place up. Put my face up. Why you doing all that? Thought you was my wife, but you slapped me in the back. gotta roll up and out. See you from afar, got my thoughts in the sky. Where we used to kiss, sunshine, shit, and why? You gotta call me every day, pretending you my baby. I see more real out there lately, it's crazy. Yeah, we could be the same as we claim in this kingdom shit and keep it tame. Come on, baby girl, we're not the same. Two different speeds, but we keep it one lane. Yeah, what goes around comes around. Keep 100, y'all. Do this for my soul like a dawn. Put the stereo on.
Put your hands in the air, we'll be alright. Oh, yeah. You keep messing up my mind, but I love your style. You know I
Put the place up.
Snatch is done. Finished up at 80 kilos for a set of 3. Feeling pretty good with that. And yeah, session done. First day of the vlog, the training diary in the bag. Aiming to do 1 for every training day, 4 training days a week. So get 4 videos out. Hopefully be able to cut through all the shit talking and get some valuable lessons from it, some takeaways, and we'll both be on this journey of growth throughout. And yeah. This is the part I'm not really good at. The training part and the programming part and all that kind of stuff is a bit that I'm good at. This part, not so much. So ending wise, editing, whatever. It's just going to be pieces of training all cut up. And yeah, I guess I will see you in the next one.